come to a stop. We're looking for traffic. We're good to go. One of the biggest things that safety-wise, I teach is, number one, wear your seatbelt. You could be moving that truck a mile, but wear your seatbelt. Check your gauges. Keep your eye on your air pressure gauges, your oil pressure gauges, to make sure everything stays up to par. You got to focus mainly on your speed and the traffic when you get off of the interstates. No delivery or pickup is worth your life or anybody else's life. One thing I have learned over the years of driving is to keep our eye on the traffic. The speed limit along here is 55, so I'm just going about 53, a couple miles an hour under the speed limit. When we're on highways like this, we're subject to some cross traffic. Keep our eye on that, because you know that you're coming down the road in a truck and there's a car sitting at the side road. He doesn't want to follow you. He's going to pull out. So you have to be prepared and make a panic stop at times as we approach lights, especially the cross traffic. Their light may be turning yellow, but they're going to zoom through it. So you have to be very careful approaching intersections and stop signs. And this particular light in front of us, as we can see, has an indicator that tells me that the light's red. And the speed limit drops to 45. So I'm already backing off 2 miles an hour under 45 in preparation for a stop at the light. The average driver does not realize how long it takes to stop a truck, how long it takes a truck to move from a stop position. They get impatient. So you really have to be a defensive driver and be aware of traffic in front of you, traffic behind you. This particular highway has a concrete divider in it. If it didn't, we would make sure we keep an eye on the approaching traffic to make sure they're in their lane. When we stop at lights or traffic signals, be sure you're back far enough that you can see the rear wheels on the vehicle in front of you. If we're back far enough that we can see his rear wheels, we got plenty of space. I drove steadily for about 10 years, and then I worked in the office for a while, and I went back out on the road. I still miss it. I still miss it so I could drive to Pittsburgh and I get caught in a traffic jam. I've seen things that I never would have seen had I not driven a truck. Grand Canyon, the St. Louis area is such a beautiful area. The South. I used to deliver to Tuscaloosa, Alabama 2 or 3 times a week. It was the greatest run I had. The people in the South are friendly. Most of them know what you go through, being on the road, being away from home. The hardest part of driving was being away from my family, not being home for the kids. You miss a lot of their activities, baseball games, dancing, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. It seems like you would go away and you come home and they would grow 2 inches. The greatest thing I ever did for them was I used to drive out to Colorado. I would bring them home snowballs in the middle of June and July from the top of the Rocky Mountains, because it would be 90 degrees at home, and you would bring them back snowballs. They were amazed. Well, how did you get these snowballs? And I said, well, when you go out there, get on top of the mountains, there's still snow.